Hello YouTube, this is Michael Kosmierski Dunn if you guys don't know who I am, and welcome to episode 35 of the Blind Piper Reacts series. So, it's been a while since I reacted to anything, but I have discovered quite a few amazing singers that I've added to my so-called kind of collection of hot singing voices, vocal pageant, whatever you want to call it. And if you guys are not familiar with this collection I have, you will basically discover it in the playlist that I'm going to link to in the description of this one. So, this was back in, I think it was late September. Yes, it was late September, like around the 20th or so, when I had a really awful day, right? And I had to get COVID shot and flu shot, and I hate shots because the needle, like, especially if you're blind, you don't know when they're gonna poke, and it's just like, ugh, like, from a sensational standpoint, it's worse than yodeling, okay? And then I missed something from the coolest girl in the world, Haley, who, by the way, is no longer... She actually changed her channel name back to just Elaine Paige. I missed something from her on Facebook. I'm like, oh my gosh, other people are hitting... when other people hit love for a post on her, a Facebook post of hers before I do, that makes me think, and hopefully wrongly, but that makes me think that other people love her better than I should. And so I otherwise didn't have a good day, right? And plus I heard that a fellow friend in school, who I grew up with in school, died that day. So I thought, okay, what can make this day better? What can make today better? So what I did, was I looked on the page Last.fm, like Last.fm, you may have heard of it, for some similar singers that are similar to Madilyn Bailey, who is one of my absolute favorite pop artists. And I found a few, but then I also looked up artists who were similar to Elaine Paige, who's that relatively old Broadway musical theater singer, as well as Haley Westenra. I may not be pronouncing it right. It could be Westenra. I've never heard the right pronunciation, so... but I found, one of the singers I found, and I just really just got hooked on her voice, is this, I guess you could say, half Australian, half Scottish, I guess, singer named, and I'm going to probably butcher the pronunciation, but it's Karliene. My screen reader says it like Karliene, and I've heard other people call her Karliene, like almost like a French name, Karliene. And I've heard other people say Karliene too, so I really don't know what the pronunciation is, because she never says it in any of her videos. But I was trying to see if I could find some artists that are known for this kind of effect that I call the Kelly Clarkson effect. Now, the Kelly Clarkson effect, I just named it that way. It's probably called a different effect in the general music world, but I first heard Kelly Clarkson do that effect all the time, so I associated it with Kelly Clarkson, so I just ended up calling it the Kelly Clarkson effect out of habit. So, here, this is not Karliene just yet, but I just want to show you what the Kelly Clarkson effect is, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. So what it is basically you have two voice parts, two or more voice parts in one octave, or one or more voice parts in one octave, and one or more voice parts doing the exact same thing, but an octave lower or higher. And Kelly Clarkson had both of those effects, where the main voice was one octave and the background voices were an octave higher, or the main voice being at the top octave and the background voices were the lower octave. And I don't know why, I don't know how to describe this, but it just makes the effect sound like cooler. Like, I don't know how to describe it without being like offensive or anything. It just makes it sound, you know, I guess like with the mixed vibratos. So what I did was I took a song where a girl sings one part, and then she sings the same part in another verse, but an octave higher. And so what I did was, so I can demonstrate the Kelly Clarkson effect, I just mixed those two parts together so you can hear what I'm talking about by the Kelly Clarkson effect. I'm going to skip it to where this Kelly Clarkson effect happens. This is what I'm talking about here. Won't you open up and let me in? If I don't understand, at least don't try to. Do you notice how they're in two different octaves? Boy, you know I'm such a fool for you. Something like that. Well, Kelly Clarkson was known for that. So I wanted to look for artists that are known for that kind of Kelly Clarkson effect. And Karliene was one of these. And the piece I wanted to react to right now that Karliene does is actually from Hamilton. It's called It's Quiet Uptown. I first heard Kelly Clarkson singing it. Speaking of Kelly Clarkson. And you know what's interesting? Kelly Clarkson does not do the Kelly Clarkson effect in that song, but Karliene does. So maybe that's kind of a reciprocation of the hey, it's Kelly Clarkson, why don't I do the Kelly Clarkson effect? I'm thinking Karliene was thinking of that. So here we go. And I love Karliene's vibrato, so hope you love it too. And I think that's her on the piano. And this Kelly Clarkson effect is a little bit more subtle, but I'll point it out. Ooh, hot vibrato, Karliene. She does a lot of Celtic songs, so you can probably hear that in her voice. There we go, that Kelly Clarkson effect there. Feels easier to just swim down. Again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Almost the whole song is the Kelly Clarkson effect. And it's quiet up in town. I never liked the quiet. One of my friends, who's also one of my YouTube subscribers, Abby Travers, when I told her I discovered Karliene, she's like, I've discovered Karliene since 2013. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's like, what the heck? Like, these friends discover artists way before me. Wow. Hot vibrato, Kelly Clarkson effect. What more could you ask for? Like here. Especially here. Yeah, Kelly Clarkson effect, big time. Look at where we are. Wow, hot vibrato as always. Where we started. I tried to contact Karliene on her Facebook page just to let her know that I discovered her and that I'm a big fan of her. If I could suggest a song that Karliene could do, because she's otherwise a Celtic singer, this is not necessarily Celtic, but because she's a Celtic singer, I really think she could do really well The Piper and The Maker. And I'll put a link to that one in the description. Whoa, holy Mazzillo! And a big range! Haley, I think you'll love her too. And Mazzillo, by the way, is the name of one of the best Italian bagpipe makers in history. And I'll put a link to a recording of Mazzillo in the description so that anyone who is a big Karliene fan can listen to who Mazzillo is, like the way his pipes sound. There you go, Kelly Clarkson effect again. Oh yeah.
There's a grace too powerful to name. We push away what we can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. You're standing in the garden. Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Forgiveness. Can you imagine? I see him on the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity.
Karliene is a big multi-track fan. Oh, here we go. That Kelly Clarkson effect, like, again, holy Mazzillo. And Mazzillo is one of the, again, the best Italian bagpipe maker in history. So yeah, that's one of Karliene's songs. Again, I'll put a link to her channel in my description, as well as a couple of other things that I promised you I'd put a link to. So yeah, if you're new to this, feel free to hit like and subscribe and comment all you want. I'm going to also put a link to the rest of the playlist in the description so that you'll have an idea of what I have reacted to in the past. So, join me next time for episode 36 of the Blind Piper Reacts series. So, have a good day, and